Hello, Gemini. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you are returning. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm so happy. I feel so at peace and just so excited for this new phase in our lives. So today we're going to be going over what you should be expecting for the week of July 1st. On Tuesday or July 2nd, I believe, we're having a Cancer new moon and also an eclipse. So I'm really excited. But yeah, this is going to apply to Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can check your tropical, sidereal, and progress chart. If this reading resonates with you, please let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear your feedback. I really do. And like the video, share, subscribe, and click on the little notification bell down below. And if you would like to book a reading with me, a personal reading with me, you can do so at simplepluto.com. I encourage you to read the description of each listing to get all of the information that you need, because most if not all of the information is there. And if you would like to follow me on my social media, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at sinfulpluto. Okay? Alrighty, guys. So, Gemini, what's in store for you the week of July 1st? What is in store for Gemini the week of July 1st? I'm using the Spellcaster's Tarot, by the way, if you're interested. And I'm also going to later be using the Spirit Animal Oracle to give you a parting message. Okay? Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. Alrighty, kids. We have the Nine of Cups here, which talks about wish fulfillment and things coming into fruition, but it can also sometimes talk about some sort of indulgence in something, and something that you're going to be able to indulge in, or something that maybe you're overindulging in, so we'll see. We have the Ten of Wands, which talks about a burden. It could feel as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders. I think for some of you, especially with this Nine of Cups here, it's almost like the thing that you're wishing for so long is like it came into fruition, but now it's like too much for you. Like it's too much abundance for you to handle. So if you've been manifesting like a lot of like really good things, I would be a little bit careful as to what you manifest, because I feel like it could overwhelm you a little bit. I also have the Moon reversed, which you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer this coming week. Maybe you're dealing with some sort of issue with them, and whatever issue that you have with them seems like a burden on your shoulders, okay? And then we have the Five of Wands reversed, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have Hierophant reversed and the Death card reversed. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Scorpio. And again, Pisces or Cancer. So take that as it resonates. Let me stop. But okay, so what I do see here is a lot of things are coming into fruition. I feel like for some of you, you kind of like manifested like, I don't want to say, like maybe you have like manifested like hardships. I feel like for some of you, maybe you were thinking a little bit too much about like your worries and about your stress and your anxiety to the point that it actually came true, and so now you're carrying, all of these wands. It could also be that with the Moon card, again, you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. They could be, being a weight on your shoulders. But with this Moon card reverse, it also talks about like truths being revealed and like secrets being revealed. So maybe you're going to be finding out as why you have been feeling this way, and why, you feel as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and why you feel like everything is kind of against you, and why everyone is against you. Oh, earlier I said that the Death card was under. It was actually the Hermit reverse, not Death. I'm sorry. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. And then we have Judgment reverse. Wow, we have a lot of major arcana going on here. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio as well. I mean, you could be dealing with a Scorpio anyway, because Judgment is Pluto, and that's Scorpio. And, Death is here, so you really could be dealing with a Scorpio. But I do see like a lot of changes going on. For some of you, it could literally be that you have this wish to kind of get the weight of the world off of your shoulders. To just be a little bit more, to feel liberated from like this, I don't know why, but like feeling like you're liberated from this mental prison. I don't know why I feel that I have to say that, but whatever. I feel like this week, okay, so Gemini, I feel like a lot of you are like isolating yourselves, because we do have the Hermit card reversed. It's like you're isolating yourselves, but it's kind of like for the wrong reasons. And it's to the point where it's a little bit unhealthy for you, and you're kind of just like being really much in hermit mode, but you're not giving anyone any sort of explanation. You're kind of just like going in and not saying anything. Judgment reverse tells me that this is definitely repeated behavior. This isn't the first time that you have done this, and so I feel that with the upcoming week, that is definitely going to change. Or it has to change. And it's something that has to kind of, like, that's a part of you that has to die off, where, at random times you just, like, isolate yourself out of nowhere without any sort of explanation. The Hierophant reverse tells me, like, structures are definitely breaking down for you, or you could be going against the conventional, or you're trying to break some sort of structure or foundation in your life with this Hierophant reversed. For some of you, I feel like for some of you, maybe you end up isolating yourselves because you feel like you no longer want to bend down to people who maybe don't have the best interest at heart, or you are kind of pushing away people who you think are just no longer good for you, or something like that. And maybe with the Moon reverse, this talks about like how a lot of truths are going to be revealed, and how with that truth you are going to take action. But with the Five of Wands reversed here, this to me talks about like resolving conflict, but it also to me kind of signifies like needing to avoid conflict. Some of you might kind of like impulsively some of you might impulsively do something that stirs up the pot because you didn't actually think things through. Does that kind of make sense? So because of that, there is that sort of conflict, and there is that weight kind of going on. But I feel like with the Five of Wands reversed, it can also signify that because of whatever truth that kind of goes on, I feel like a lot of you need to admit whatever has been on your mind, and stop kind of isolating yourselves and just let people know, reveal that truth, bring that to the surface as to why you're feeling as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and why you feel so incredibly burdened. So that the conflict can be resolved with the Five of Wands reverse, so that, cycles aren't being repeated, and so that you're not going through the same stuff every time. Does that make sense? Again, foundations being broken with the Hierophant reversed. Foundations being broken. Patterns need to be broken here. Patterns definitely need to be broken here. You could also be dealing with some sort of higher power, or someone who has a lot of authority, and you might even be isolating yourselves from them, or you could be isolating yourselves from a Pisces, Cancer. You'd be isolating yourselves from a Capricorn or a Taurus, a Virgo, and again Scorpio. So take that as it resonates, but I do see that patterns need to stop being repeated, and this week I feel like there is going to be a lot of temptation for you want to repeat old patterns, to repeat past patterns, past habits, really bad habits even. And with the Death card upright, that's telling me that there are inevitable changes coming your way, and there's really, you have to put in the effort to want to change, to want to transform into something better. I feel like a lot of you really need to be honest with other people about how you're feeling. And if you're feeling like the world is against you, you need to say something about it, rather than just keeping it to yourself, and rather than just isolating yourself with this Hermit card, and rather than just kind of lying about it, because that's what the Hermit card reverse is, omission of information. It's kind of just lying about it. It can even be that some of you have felt as though the world is on your shoulders because you're just keeping so many secrets, and maybe these secrets don't even belong to you. Maybe these secrets don't even belong to you, but it's just been building up and building up and building up, and it's been an incredible burden on you. And I feel like with the Moon card reversed, with this Moon card, it's just been building up. I mean, we have a lot of full moons here. We have 2 full moons here. We have the full moon in the moon, and then we have the one in the Scorpio card. And then, I don't know if this is like a full moon, but I'm going to say it's a fucking full moon. I mean, you can't really entirely see it, but there's that. So, I mean, there's a culmination of, like, a lot of energy. This energy has been building up for a while, and it's finally just being brought to the surface, and you're kind of, like, being forced to deal with it. Because this, to me, is, like, avoiding conflict. Like, so you can no longer run away from it. You finally have to deal with the stuff that has been building up within you for so long. And the Nine of Cups to me is like, everything is literally coming into fruition. Everything that you didn't want is happening. And for some of you, you know, again, the burden or the repeated patterns that you might have been facing or that you might have been experiencing or that you've been doing or whatever, you know, it could be the fact that you have, you know, you might have a lying streak, which, you know, I don't blame you and I don't judge you at all. But that could be an issue with you where, you know, you're taking up bits and pieces of information or kind of turning a story differently or, you know, painting a story differently to kind of avoid confronting some sort of situation or confronting the reality of a situation. So there's all of that. But I do have the Sun card. So you might be dealing with the Leo. It could also signify that there is light at the end of the tunnel because I do have a lot of moons here. So, you know, you might feel like you're in a lot of darkness, but by the end of the week, I feel as though because the moon card is in reverse here, a lot is coming to light. Like the light is being shined down on everything that's going on here, and you will no longer have the opportunity to like hide, you know? And then we have the Seven of Cups reverse, which is like, the fog is being lifted, and you have to face the stuff that's going on here with the Five of Cups. You have to face your sorrow. You have to face your grief. You know, you no longer have the opportunity to avoid your emotions, to avoid what you have been storing in your heart for so long, to no longer avoid the burdens that you've just been pushing down and pushing down and pushing down. You no longer have that opportunity, and this week everything is just going to be like kind of like blow up in your face, kind of. So that's that for you, Gemini. I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards for you, and then I will send you on your way. All right, what messages does Gemini need to hear this week? What messages does Gemini need to be hearing this week? What messages does Gemini need to hear? You know what I keep thinking of? You know, I mean, this is like going to apply to those who watch Game of Thrones, but you know how, you know, in Game of Thrones, it was the second to last episode, I believe. The second to last episode where Daenerys was attacking Westeros. Is it Westeros? What is it? What is that land? What was that called? I was going to say Lannister land. King's Landing. When Daenerys went to attack King's Landing, they rang the bells, right? And that was like their form of surrender, but she's continued to attack. I just keep thinking, ring the bells, ring the bells, ring the bells, you know, like show your surrender. You know, just surrender to everything that's going on, because that dragon, one way or another, is just going to burn down everything. You know, it's going to burn down everything, and, you know, it's going to be a shit show. And there's a lot of stuff that's going to go down this week, and it's a lot of really powerful energy, but I feel like in order to best cope with it and to best handle it is to just, like, surrender to all of it and, like, go into hiding. Not necessarily go into hiding, but just surrender it and, like, accept the things that are going on and just take it for what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have... There's another card that fell out. No, okay. So that's what I'm hearing, like ring the bells, like surrender, ring the bells, so that you can just go through the shit show and just, you know, let everything burn down so that you can build. Like, this is a tower moment to me. This is a tower moment. Like, the tower didn't fall out, but there's a tower moment. So just surrender to, like, everything that's going on and just, like, sit back, put on your 3D glasses, and just, like, watch everything burn. And And, like, not in a bad way, but just, like, watch everything be destroyed so that, you know, you can have that transformational moment and, you know, get through with it alive, right? So we have snake spirit, time to heal. So it's really time to shed your skin. I mean, we literally have transformation. We have the death card. It's really time to transform. It's really time to let go of these burdens. It's time to let go of this old stuff. It's time to let go of the old skin, because it's just like dead and wrinkly and you know, it's lifeless. It's just time to let go of that. Time to let go of like this carcass. So that, you know, you come out alive, you come out new and renewed, and, you know, you're reborn into someone better, and, you know, you have a son, you know, you come out into the sun, and you can just enjoy the warmth and the peace that comes with this, with the feeling of having survived that massive transformation. And then we have Make Your Dreams Real, which to me associates with the Nine of Cups. So, you know, once you're able to kind of shed your skin and everything, I feel like you're going to be able to manifest a lot of wonderful things for you and make a lot of your dreams come into fruition. I mean, we have this card for a reason. So this is a time for you to make your dreams into a reality, but it's a matter of whether or not you're willing to let go of the burden, whether you're willing to let go of all of this gunk that is within you and go into just that transformational mode, right? So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Yeah. And if you feel like the world is kind of against you, I mean, you know, with the Ten of Wands, sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but Ego Spirit is saying, like, Spirit has your back. You know, it's going to be overwhelming, this transformation, and there are times where you might feel alone, and, you know, you might even isolate yourself, you know, without even being aware of it. But Spirit definitely has your back, and there's a purpose to everything, and, you know, everything will be resolved. You just have to trust that it will be resolved, okay? You have to believe that it will be resolved, and it will go the way that it needs to go, and you will come out a lot stronger. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you, Gemini. If it does, let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you next week. Okay, bye.